today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 14 of the NFL. As we'll see Drew Lock and the New York Giants taking on Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 21 carries, 70 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run in not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Now Carr throwing on second down. There's Chris Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 2nd and 5. Now Carr. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Denver. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On second down, here's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Block now to throw. He's got Lewis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They're going to pitch this out to McKinnon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the... And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Bellinger with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give to Kamara running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Up comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Carr to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year.
Gano the extra point, and it is 28-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Able to push his way through. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Clock now on first down. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Tracy. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Locke going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants open the lead up to 34-0. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year.
Extra point try good by Gano. And a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
He gets this complete to Shaheed.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Carr. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he is going to lose yardage here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Gardner Minshew has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Devon Achane, a touchdown run in that first half. The G-Man got a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Drew Lock. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Breaks through the contact. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Lock now on first down. Open man, this is Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw it is Lock. Eluding the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball. Touchdown!
Darius Slayton, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Carr now to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Pulled in at the 24.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on in the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Throwing now is Locke. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Flush to his right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Locke to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now Locke. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Carr.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Carr's throw complete there to Perry.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Carr to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dexter Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. To throw his Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Now Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tracy trying the right side.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On play action, Locke. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A Locke going to throw it here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And now out come the Giants.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. That it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Giants, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.